Kevin Sanders was a husband, a father, a son, a grandson, a brother, an uncle and a cousin, a nephew, a coworker, and a neighbor, and a friend. As almost anyone who met him could tell you, he was also an animal lover, a mechanic, a car tinkerer, a fan of Star Trek and Bo and Luke Duke, but not Coin Vance, and hopefully this doesn't come as a surprise, but also a Superman fan. When I turned 16, I had the distinguished honor of being handed down Kevin's first car, a 1989 Chevy Celebrity painted blue with latex house paint and an old paint roller. Emblazoned on the hood was a 4-foot-wide Superman logo. Kevin was born and grew up in the Chicago area, and you would be hard-pressed to find someone in the city that we grew up in who had not seen the Superman car flying around town. Just before moving to Texas, Kevin upgraded a little and bought a fire engine red 2009 Dodge Charger, the perfect mix of his passion for muscle cars, the Dukes of Hazzard, and the Man of Steel. Kevin drove that car to the Emergency Medical Services building in the city of West Texas last Wednesday night on his last day of classroom training before he would be a certified EMT. Up until now, I guess I haven't mentioned that Kevin was also a member of the Bruce Villetti Volunteer Fire Department, and above almost everything that I have described Kevin as, he was exactly what you would think of when you heard the title, Volunteer Firefighter. This was a fact that Sarah, his wife, and some of the 6 cats that occasionally slept on Kevin's head knew well, that Kevin would be up and out of the house even in the middle of the night within minutes of his fire pager going off. The one thing that recently started to slow Kevin down from just running out the door was that he might have his newborn son in his arms and would have to hand him off to his wife Sarah before hopping in his Superman car and heading off to help. Heading off to help was exactly what Kevin and his EMT classmates were doing last Wednesday night in West. They were in the middle of a lesson when the first call about the fire came out. It wasn't until the second call came over the radio that duct tape and super glue couldn't have held anyone in their seats. Firefighters need help. Kevin didn't need the extra 2 minutes to hand his son off to Sarah, and he didn't even need the Superman car to get him to the scene. Away from the fertilizer plant. It was the perfect timing for the most horrible event that many of us have ever experienced. Kevin and others were killed instantly by the blast that registered as an earthquake and has resonated in the hearts of every one of us. Kevin's physical presence has been taken away from us, if by force, by fate, or by divine reason that we have yet to understand, we're not sure. What is and will never be forgotten is his joy and levity that he so freely gave to everyone he ever met. Many of his friends and family and co-workers will remember Kevin playing practical jokes, being seen with a Superman cape and a paintball gun, sometimes together. And for me, in one memory, specifically answering and convincingly pretending to be me when my wife would call. Memories like that, pictures, letters, emails, gifts, all of these are things that we'll remember Kevin by. We also have 2 very specific things that represent Kevin in many wonderful ways. His Superman car, that bright red Dodge Charger he drove to class that night, somehow survived the disaster with only a few dents. The second, more important thing of great symbolism is Kevin and Sarah's newborn son. He will, and I choose this word specifically, be fortunate to grow up with the spirit of a dad who at his very core was about helping and loving everyone that he encountered. Reeve, who Kevin and Sarah named for the actor who played Superman in the original films, will forever have a dad that is a real-life hero. And not a hero because he wanted a medal or to be on TV or in a movie, but a hero because up to and including his final moments, he would give everything to anyone who needed it. Kevin was 33 years old. Reeve is 3 months old. We ask all of you in Kevin's memory that you strive to help others and to make the world a better place for you, your family, and for his.